Okay, hello. I don't know what happened. I'm here.
Okay, so do you want to introduce
Hi, I'm Damaris Johnson. I'm an LMFT in Atlanta,
in a group?
group practice owner of the Walk of Life Counseling Center, and I'll be co-hosting a retreat with Keisha this summer.
So excited. So the first thing we're going to tackle is what is the Thrive Retreat. So the Thrive Retreat kind of comes from Damaris and I every summer would spend a weekend at Serenbe, and
Yes.
we would get to work. Like we would lay out all of our, we would even make like an itinerary, and we would have like all of the topics we want to like cover during our work together. And
Yeah.
topics were like business strategy, work
Mm-hmm.
system policies,
Mm-hmm.
documentation, managing staff, just everything,
Mm-hmm.
or even like additional streams of income that we wanted to make, profit loss, what did we do here. And we would grind it out from Friday to Sunday. We would only take, we would never turn.
Never turn the TV on.
And this like 3 years we've done this now.
Yeah. Yeah. And I want to even take it back to like how you and I met. So we met at a CEU training. You remember that?
Yes.
This had to be 10 years ago.
Yeah, because you were pregnant.
I just had my first. Yeah, because I remember I was still pumping. I do. And so after that, like our friendship kind of grew because we would kind of connect talking about private practice stuff, just meet up,
For lunch.
over lunch,
Mhm.
have a glass of wine, just brainstorming how do we make this thing work
Yeah.
between, our personal lives, just trying to find that work-life balance, but also like as entrepreneurs and trying to figure out different tools, resources, and just collaborating in different ways and supporting each other. And then 3 years ago, I remember you were telling about Serenbe, and
Yeah.
then I don't know how we came to the idea like we need to just like spend a whole weekend like holing up in a place somewhere. And so we decided let's go to Serenbe, and that was like our first time spending that much time together. And we were like, I hope this ends up being okay, but it turned out great, right?
It was great every time.
It was such a good time. No TV. We just pack our snacks and we only break to go eat, at a restaurant. And then it has been like, I think the best thing for my practice for us to do that, knowing for like accountability,
Right.
to know that every summer there's going to be a solid 2.5 days where we just lock in and map out, okay, these are the things I can do to grow, to be able to have somebody else to bounce ideas off of who's
Right.
very like-minded. And to have done that for 3 summers in a row has been amazing.
I agree. And it also has been helpful because we both have different strengths. You've ran businesses before, your practice business. And
Mhm.
you also have like such a great money mind. And so it's been really great to like get your perspective about things, and um coming up with like formulas of how much each clinician costs us in having a group practice, how much profit we would need to make to sustain the business has been really helpful. And then I guess I bring to the table things.
Oh, I mean, your marketing ideas and you're also different streams. You're really good with this. Like, and you're a people person. You're really good with that.
Thank you.
So I think that, it's helped us to be able to just bring the different sides of our work together. And to know that like you can have our own businesses, right? And collaborate and strengthen each other in that way. And it was really great that at our last retreat, we came up with the idea of like, oh my gosh, this would be really great if we could share this with other practice owners, or if we would have had this at the start of our journey, right,
Right,
in private practice, how different those first few years would have looked.
right.
Because there was a lot of stumbling blocks and a lot of hiccups along the way that maybe could have been avoided if we had some mentorship, somebody to kind of lay out some of that framework. And that's kind of where Thrive Retreat came from. So that's what we get to talk about today, of what's to come this summer, because we're going to bring some people along with us.
Oh, so to give like the layout of what it is, we're going to like open it up. It starts on a Wednesday. What are the dates, tomorrow?
So it starts on a Wednesday evening. So it'll be June 3rd through the 5th. And we're going to meet up Wednesday evening in Serenbe, because that is our place to go. If you've never been to Serenbe, it's like an oasis. That's the only way I can describe it. It's
Mm.
only 45 minutes outside of Atlanta, so you don't have to stay there. We encourage you to, if you're going to come on retreat, to stay overnight for those 2 nights, because immersing yourself in Serenbe really helps you kind of just unplug and be locked in all the way. But if you want to commute, it's definitely doable. It's, like I said, 45 minutes away from the city. Wednesday night is going to be just more of like a networking dinner, a welcome, a meet and greet. It's going to be a small group situation. That's how we find it works best for us, is to kind of be in this like,
Intimate.
yeah, intimate environment where you really get to all the questions. And so we want Wednesday to be more of like get to know everybody that you're with. Like I said, when me and Keisha first did this, we didn't know each other like that. Like, this was our first time, but because we knew what we did have in common. It was like, we are business owners, private practice owners, mental health clinicians. That is what made this work so well. And so we're bringing together people who are just on that same wavelength. And then Thursday morning, we jump right into it.
Yeah, we start Thursday morning with, well, each day that everyone is there, we do some sort of like mindfulness activity. So one day is like, the other day is like a straight yoga morning start. And then we hop into it. And different topics that we'll be discussing each day is just like the topic that Mars and I were working through when we worked together. And it's like how to define your niche, your marketing, what are your policies and procedures, what's working, what's not working, um, how to schedule your day where you can have like a work-life balance and not have that burnout,
Mm-hmm.
um, how to be able to have multiple streams of income if that's something that you want to do. So outside of therapy, if people want to do podcasts, create a workbook, write a book, do speaking engagements, continuing education trainings, do workshops, or connect with other community organizations like a school system or Boys and Girls Club or whatever the case may be based off of your specialty, how
Mm-hmm.
to and create those collaborations, because being able to have like a huge network and join your community is huge for your practice and being able to grow just for like marketing or just for you brand as an individual. So each going through that. And then we also have an expert that'll be joining us as well, right?
Absolutely. So we're gonna be talking about like business planning as well. So when you're starting off your practice, a lot of times what intimidates clinicians from really launching into their own private practice is, it's not the part where the stuff that we're trained on in grad school, which is how to be a therapist. It's the business side of things. So we're gonna really be leaning into that, like how to like lay the foundation for your business side of stuff. We're going to be bringing in somebody called a CFO. So you may have heard of something called like a fractional CFO. So his name is Tyler. He will be meeting with our group virtually, because he's not located in Atlanta. He is somebody who's actually helped me in my practice, meeting with me once a month to just kind of go over the numbers. So he'll speak to our group about how to like hire your first employee, how to make the numbers work, that kind of thing. We're also going to be talking about what it looks like to, make your first hire when it comes to your administrative team. Things like that, that can be really difficult when in grad school, we're not taught about how to navigate the business side of when you want to start your own private practice. So just come prepared. Like, this is really a great retreat for anybody who's thought about, first of all, who's fully licensed, and who knows that they want to start their own private practice, whether it is a solo practice or somebody who's already in solo private practice but is looking into expanding into a group private practice and is looking for the framework for that. So we hope that you are going to come into this with like a fresh mind, open eyes, and be prepared to walk away with just essentially like a booklet of information that will help you, not just in that weekend, but going into whatever your next season is.
Right. And in addition to all of that business planning, we're also going to be talking about the future. Something else that we don't often learn is retirement. And for those who don't want to be therapists until they're 5, and how you can plan for that and your taxes, how to be able to pay for that and set that up, how to have a savings for it, or to take time off and have PTO or set up your schedule where if you don't want to work summers, you want to be off for the holiday, how can that financially make sense for you? And different stock options, SEP IRAs, or whatnot for you as a business owner, rather solo or group practice owner.
Hmm. Absolutely. So just, be prepared to come with your questions. This is something that like I said, we come with an agenda when we've done our retreats in the past, but we also come with the idea that we want to hear what other people are doing, So you're coming in with the idea that you know what you want to do, but you also don't know what you don't know. So you will find out that there's a lot of ways to do a private practice. There's not just one way. There's a lot of ways to do it wrong, So you also want to make sure that you are saving yourself a lot of time and money by learning the mistakes that we've made in the past, and that we hope that you get to skip past. And not only saving money, but saving time, which is essentially money. And we work in small groups. So we're gonna, again, have you kind of partner up with one another. We're gonna have lunches together. We're gonna have, Keisha's gonna lead a nice, fun hike, everybody, one of the mornings, which is optional, but we want this to really feel like you're immersed into like just building a mindset around this not just being a one-time thing. This is like an intentional way of how you do your private practice. So this is something that you hopefully do every year, whether it's with us or with your new therapist bestie that you'll meet at this retreat.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
Um, right now we're having an early bird special. So if anyone wants to get in, this is the time to get in and take the benefit of the discount that's offered. And the early bird special goes up into March 2nd.
Yeah.
The link is in the bio on my profile page if you wanted to go on, look at the itinerary, explore it, and then check out the pricing. And we also have payment plans available. So even if you don't have the full amount now, but you want to be able to be on a payment plan and that's more financially feasible for you, that is an option.
That's right. And feel free to email us with any questions that you have, okay?
Yes. All right. Any last thoughts before we hop off?
I'm excited. I look forward to this. I think y'all gonna love Serenbe as a whole, and I look forward to just working with y'all. This is a fun time. Summertime is something as me and Keisha are both, I hope I can say this, we're both moms, so this is a great time for us to also just get away and unplug and just really get to do the fun work. The business side of things used to be, I think, can be intimidating, but now I think we can. I think it's fair to say we like to look forward to this part of our practice, right?
Yeah, because like when you are in private practice, rather solo or in a group, but we're in this telehealth world, or
Mm.
you don't have like a coworker that you meet at the water fountain and you can chit really quick. Like sometimes, well, most days it's just me by myself, and then sometimes like Damaris will call me and we'll like debrief about something. But I don't really see people, and when I get done with work, I'm picking up kids and I'm with them for the afternoon. So
Yeah.
it's able to commute with other people who are in it with you, and you can talk through and encourage exchange ideas. And although we've been in it for a while, we're having other therapists from different backgrounds and different specialties that'll also be able to offer their lens and their insight. So it's going to be
Yeah.
awesome.
Awesome. All right. Well, just email us with any questions, and we look forward to seeing y'all there.
Yay.
All right.
Bye.